That's right, LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga finally got another trailer. And right off the bat, we can finally confirm the new release date, which is spring of 2022. Many were speculating it would be at the end of this year for holiday release, but here at EcksToo we did predict that it would be in the first quarter of the next year. But let's dive into some of the things you might have missed in the trailer for LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. Some of these revolve around characters we didn't expect you to play in the game, as well as some mystery planets that weren't confirmed by developers in the past and are now officially in the game. But without any further ado, let's dive into what you might have missed in the trailer. So one big thing about this trailer is that we're finally seeing gameplay of how battles and exploration go. In the first few seconds of the trailer, we see what will probably be a boss in the prequel trilogy saga, which is Darth Maul, who is also playable according to the developers of the game. Perhaps this is a good method for being able to unlock further characters in the game. This is a little bit contradictory, however, because we can see a boss battle with Count Dooku in the prequel saga, and yet this character is not confirmed to be playable in the game. But since we found some extra explorable planets that weren't confirmed in the past, maybe this might be the same for characters as well. Count Dooku has never been playable in previous LEGO Star Wars games. He's only appeared as a boss, but hopefully this might be different in the Skywalker Saga. Besides that, we see more cutscenes from the new engine built for this game specifically, which is a huge difference if you compare gameplay and graphics from the Skywalker Saga to the complete saga. It really shows and will probably look amazing on next-gen consoles. Next up, we have hand-to-hand lightsaber combat, here with Luke Skywalker versus Darth Vader. This looks relatively similar to the lightsaber combat we've seen in previous LEGO Star Wars games, but is a little bit different as the camera's a bit more honed in behind the character's back, rather than it be a more freeform camera and allow you to move around the arena. Here it looks like it's focusing on the second-to-second combat. Perhaps you need to counterattack Vader at specific points, kinda like the combat we had in Jedi Fallen Order. Alongside that, we also see blaster gameplay, with a more over-the-shoulder third-person camera angle, as well as destructible terrain, which is very well known in LEGO games alike. But what else is really impressive is the IRL graphics, like the stones, the water, the grass, etc. It's definitely a huge visual bump in comparison to previous LEGO Star Wars games. If we compare this shot of Rey practicing with her lightsaber from the scene from LEGO Star Wars The Force Awakens, which is also on the exact same island, we can see a really big graphical bump. The lighting and texture graphics is probably the biggest bump of all. Next up, we also see another playable character that wasn't confirmed by developers, which is an Ewok. For the original trilogy, we already had a confirmed cast of characters, some of the smaller ones being Greedo, Jawa, Snowtroopers, Scout Troopers, Stormtroopers, the like. But Ewoks were not in this list. So it's nice to see the trailer showing that some things haven't been confirmed yet. Going back to my favourite part of the trailer with Yoda training Luke Skywalker, here it looks like a minigame or QuickTime event, jumping from one log stem to another while Yoda's on your back, which gives me fond memories of doing this in LEGO Star Wars games. Next up, we also see big arena battles with Mace Windu going up against Jango Fett. This looks a bit different compared to the 1v1 combat scenario we had with Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader. The camera feels a lot more freeform like classic LEGO Star Wars games, as well as some extra enemy NPCs trying to intercept your attacks while you're chasing after Jango Fett. So perhaps boss battles differ from arena fights and standard combat. The next huge thing is we get to see the in-game galaxy map. This is really big because we can see all the confirmed planets for this game. Everything from Bespin, Yavin 4, Kashyyyk, Geonosis. Tons of these planets were already confirmed by developers, but we do see about 5 planets with question marks on them. Now, some of these planets are pretty easy to guess, like the bottom left one is Mustafar. We know this because the LEGO in-game galaxy map is also pretty accurate to the standard Star Wars galaxy map. So looking for planets in the bottom left of the galaxy map, we can correlate that it's Mustafar. That's because the planet was in Revenge of the Sith, and it was also a planet confirmed by developers. However, some planets that weren't confirmed by developers are ones like Coruscant, that one being the mystery planet in the top center of the galaxy map. This would make sense because it appears very frequently in the prequel trilogy, and we can easily judge that based on the positioning of the in-game galaxy map. The next one in the top left is obviously Exegol. We can make this assumption pretty easily because Exegol is in the sequel trilogy, and it'll be where you face off against Palpatine as a final boss. And just to the right of that will be Ilum. That's because it appears as the Starkiller base in the sequel trilogy. That one's quite easy to guess though, because that was also confirmed by developers. And finally, Jakku in the center left for The Force Awakens. But again, this planet was also confirmed by developers. Of course, there might be other planets that aren't appearing on the galaxy map for special reasons. Maybe these are secret planets you need to unlock a bit further on in the game. Those planets could be Endor or Takodana, so maybe there's some special circumstances for unlocking those. But either way, it's quite a relief knowing that we don't know everything the game has right now, and maybe there'll be a few extra features, planets and characters when we finally do get to play the game in the first quarter of 2022. And besides that, the rest of the trailer shows off a lot of vehicle gameplay, whether that be in space or ground combat. A lot of LEGO Star Wars fans have criticized vehicle gameplay in previous games, but here it looks like it's a lot more entertaining and a lot more interactive. But again, we'll just have to wait and see until the game finally drops. Unfortunately, that's all we got from the trailer. It was pretty darn short, shorter than the previous one, which is quite a concern because we hadn't heard anything about the game since they announced a delay back in last year. And considering this game was supposed to come out in holiday of 2020, it was quite concerning not hearing anything at all about this game until today. Hopefully we won't have to wait this long again for more LEGO Star Wars news. I hope they release a final release trailer or give us a few more tidbits of information along the way, but I really hope they don't keep us in the dark until the game finally comes out. Or even worse, there be another delay. But at this point in time, I don't think there will be. I think this is the final concrete release date, now that the pandemic is slowly dying down and people are able to go back to work, yada yada. But that is where I pass the question over to you guys. Are you looking forward to LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga? And if so, is there any specific feature, planet, character that you're really excited to play? Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments down below. I read all of them and I'll get back to some of you as well. But besides that, guys, I've been Charlie, you've been watching EcksToo, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, guys.
LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. The first time you get to play all 9 films in one game. And looks like everyone's come out tonight. Jar Jar, 3PO, everybody. All right, that changes today, though, with a brand new look at the game. We're so excited to show this to you. Check it out.